Coach, the second half there, you guys started out hot and got the lead there. Then I think I don't know that you guys necessarily bunkered in, but you guys kind of seemed to embrace that defensive posture to do anything you can to win. What do you say about the team's performance there in the second half to kind of close that one out?
I think I have to start in the first half, not just jump to the second half. First of all, I'm very happy that we win this game. Wins are rare, so wins we have to enjoy. You have to suffer to make wins. It's not easy to win games. I think it was a great performance from the effort from everyone over 90 plus minutes. I liked that we tried to play. We showed things which we didn't really do in the first 30 minutes in St. Louis. And then obviously sometimes you lose the ball, but you play with personality. The second goal is an example of that. We play from the back up from Steph, and we score like that. I like that. I like the effort. I think we then started losing too many easy balls already in the first half. We have moments where we shouldn't lose too many easy balls, because otherwise it's like you go into a spiral where you then start running and chasing. And I think that was also then the problem after a while in the second half, that when we had the ball, we lost it too quickly, too easy, and then you're defending again against a team who is very athletic, very physical. So we knew that who is a good team. We knew that it's not going to be easy. I think we started well the second half. We scored a 2-0, and then in these moments, it's not that the team wants to go back. If you have watched the game, we try to press. Obviously, that is very, very tiring as well. So it's either we don't press anymore and then we don't open gaps, but then we probably sit a little bit more. So, and that's also something you have to do. And I think then, but you can't sit for 20, 25, 30 minutes. Obviously, that is then going to be difficult against that tall, athletic team. So that's where we will have to see what is the balance and how can we be in those moments then more calm with the ball to keep ourselves more in possession. But other than that, I think we got to enjoy these moments.
The victory, too, coming off of the performance in St. Louis, I know you said tough start there. You guys clawed your way back, and maybe a frustrating ending to it. How much can a win like this kind of boost morale, confidence, as well as, I think some of those new signings are a part of that and helping with that push?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we lost in St. Louis, but we didn't get out of the game and thought that in the second half we had a bad performance in St. Louis. We thought we had a decent performance, lots of things to do better always. We came back to 2-2. We felt we had momentum there. Then we got this penalty. And it didn't really affect the team much. I think we started well today. We started to play with personality, even losing in St. Louis. So that is something I wanted to see from the team, and I saw that they didn't hide. They were not low in confidence. We made sometimes the wrong choices or decisions when I said, but that is positive. And now, of course, a win should give you even more confidence. And I hope that it gives confidence to the players. But again, like I said, enjoy the moment, and then tomorrow we start preparing again for the next game.
Hola, mister. Felicidades por la victoria. Valoraciones de con qué se queda positivo y negativo que vio en este partido, de cómo el equipo mejoró respecto a lo que vimos en San Luis y lo que hemos visto anteriormente.
No, el positivo es la mentalidad, es el trabajo que han hecho cada uno, los que entran, los que han jugado 60 minutos, el trabajo era muy bien, el effort era muy bien. Pienso que hemos marcado muy buenas goles, bonitos goles. También lo negativo es que perdimos demasiados balones en momentos donde necesitamos tener posesión para también recuperar. Y eso perdimos demasiados balones y después entras en una espiral negativa donde estás defiendo de nuevo, estás cansado, ganas el balón, lo pierdes de nuevo y después va a ser difícil. Pero hemos sufrido eso también, hemos sufrido y tiene que sufrir en el fútbol y hemos ganado. Y eso es muy positivo. No tenemos que olvidar dónde somos. Somos en un lugar donde, claro, queremos ver el fútbol champán, queremos ver el fútbol, sí, pero también somos donde somos. Y si podemos creer esa cultura, esa mentalidad que luchamos y que sufrimos, y también sabemos que con eso podemos ganar algo, después en el fútbol estoy convencido que vamos a mejorar.
Back here, specific to Manu and Kapitsa's performances today, a lot of what you would, I'm sure, expect out of them, especially on the wing with Kapitsa, but just how much did they create an engine for you guys to go today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously very happy that both of them scored. Or no, Capita, I think he did a nice assist. He didn't score, but great assist. He's always a danger, right? He's so fast. He's so good in counterattacks and 1v1s. He works hard for the team, so I'm very happy for him. I think Manu as well, like in St. Louis, he puts in a big shift, works hard for the team, and I'm really happy for him that he can score. He shot, I think, in the first half, in the first 15, 20 minutes, I think he had 2 shots. That's something me and the staff try to tell him. You have the quality in the final third. Go there, take risks, sometimes be a little bit more selfish. Don't look for the extra pass. And I think if we can get him there, that he starts shooting more, then he has more chances to score goals. So I'm happy for him there. And then there is moments where obviously as well he can do better as well in certain moments where we need to help us to keep the ball more. But we're looking that with him as well. But I think he puts in a very big shift defensively and works hard for the team.
Coach, congrats on the victory. Near added time, Wyatt Meyer made a diagonal run to go with a runner and deny him. Then you had Jaden Reed recover the ball with a great effort shortly thereafter that. How have you seen the grit in this team grow throughout maybe the last month or so?
Yeah, I mean, we're growing. We had a very bad period in April, which was very, very bad, very hard for various reasons. But I feel we came back from that at the end of before the World Cup, and we grew. And now we are obviously we keep building. We keep integrating new players. Like I mentioned already a few times, I'm very happy that Or, Emir, Moises are now with us. They will help this team massively. Like you can already see, I think Or has his presence, has the way he defends. He likes to defend, and he will get fitter and fitter, and he will be better for us. And Emir as well. Emir is not yet 90-minute fit, and he still helps this team so much with his experience. And then that also helps the other players, right? That helps the not young. They're not extremely young, Wyatt and Jaden and all these guys, but they may not have 6, 7, 8 years of professional football under their belt, but it helps them also then to grow, and I think it takes also responsibility away from some of the guys who sometimes maybe struggle a bit. But we need everyone, and I said this after St. Louis. I think our subs came in very, very well in St. Louis. I think our subs again today, they came in. Kwaku came in well. Bart. It's not easy to come into a game like that when you suffer and you have to bring energy. Afrifa had a few moments, and he also had defending. So everyone who came in contributes to this team, and that's what we need. We need everyone.
So going back to Manu really quick, there's a stint for a while where he wasn't starting. And then he's kind of come back into the side lately. Has there been a change in attitude, or what has been some growth you've seen in Manu?
No, the attitude has never been a problem for Manu, and it was not that there was no problem with Manu. I have, at the end in those games, I made different tactical decisions because I thought it's good for the team. And Manu did really, really well helping us then and when he came in. So there has never been a problem with him. There is no problem with him. Has never been a mentality or issue. It's just football. Sometimes the coach chooses another player, and then you expect the players who don't play not to be happy, but to be there for the team and help them. And that's what Manu does, and that's what all the others also do, and that's what we need.
Profe, ya escuchando esta respuesta de que la actitud nunca ha sido, su estilo fue mucho más peligroso en contragolpe y está a 2 juegos de estar en la mitad de la tabla y le ganó un equipo que está a mitad de tabla. Significa que puede ser un camino hacia adelante, ¿correcto?
Sí, es correcto. Yo pienso que con los perfiles que tenemos ahora, que somos muy peligrosos en contragolpe, eso no significa que solo queremos jugar contragolpe, pero es una de nuestras fuerzas y jugamos bien ahí. Y lo más importante para mí es ver que podemos ser competitivos. Y pienso que algunos partidos antes la pausa del Mundial, si sacamos el partido de Portland, Seattle competitivo, los 3 otros competitivos, ahora en St. Louis somos competitivos. Después, claro, para mí es importante ver que el equipo está competitivo. Después queremos ganar. El fútbol no gana siempre, pero eso es importante. Porque había un momento en esa temporada que hemos visto que es difícil de ser competitivo. Y cuando no eres competitivo, puede ser peligroso y difícil. Pero Pero ahora yo pienso que somos competitivos y vamos a mejorar seguro.
Coach, para Descarga Deportiva, felicidades por la victoria de hoy.
Gracias.
Hoy vimos un equipo con mucha personalidad y fuerza en el campo, pero ¿cree que esta victoria refleja ya la identidad que usted quiere construir en el equipo o todavía siente que falta mucho por mostrar?
Hay cosas que reflejan, sí, porque yo pienso que hemos visto un equipo por 60, 70 minutos que quiere ir a presionar cuando podemos, después nos cansamos y eso es algo que queremos ser activos cuando no tenemos el balón y pienso cuando lo hacemos bien juntos somos buenos y cuando las distancias son un poquito más grandes y somos cansados era demasiado fácil de jugar contra nosotros. Después con el balón hay momentos que me gusta y hay momentos que hay que mejorar, pero paso a paso vamos a ir.
Hey, Coach. I noticed you changed up the routine for match day -1 and today, even in the warm-ups before the game. Was that just trying to shake up the team a little bit, get a little different momentum, or what was that for?
I mean, that's something we, in the break, we analyzed with with a lot of people, a lot of different points, and that is something which came up. How can we try to change something to our home games? I think the home record in the last 18, 24 months hasn't really been great for whatever reason. So we said, hey, what could we do different? Because home games are so important for us, for any team in MLS, because it is very difficult to win games, but even more difficult away from home. So we just thought, hey, I had this in previous clubs. I like training in the stadium. If it's possible from the weather, we would like to do that. I think this can give you a little bit of a different feeling. We didn't win because of that today, let's be clear. But it may just give you something different. And then there were other points, like you said, we were talking about which we would like to change a little bit. And that's what we're going to try to do. And maybe it stimulates the players a little bit different.
I was just going to ask about, you mentioned guys like Orr and Amir, but how have you seen them change and have an impact on the others that they play with? Let's speak tonight, seeing Jake out on the right, and he's got Orr next to him, and Wyatt has Amir next to him. Kind of both of them being able to talk to them. What differences have you seen in how they've affected and impacted the guys that they're playing directly next to?
What I see every day in training and the way I get to know these personalities is that they obviously have a little bit more experience, different experience, and they talk on the field more and hopefully, and that's what I'm expecting, they can bring some calm. They're two calm players on the field. But they talk, they have experience, they bring leadership, and I hope that they can help other guys, maybe in certain moments to, hey, I've got you. Just be calm, right? Because that's what we need. I think that's what they bring. I believe that Moises will bring that as well, and then hopefully that just makes it easier for the others to keep developing.
Speaking on Capita, it seems like just with every match he's getting more and more comfortable and getting more and more of those runs that we're seeing tonight. Just how have you seen him keep growing, and do you think he can be like one of the top forces in this league?
I believe that he can be very strong for this league. I think from the first day on when Capita came, he worked very, very hard defensively, which is also a big something which our players need to do, and so he puts his ego back and works for the team, and I've seen him work very hard for the team, and we have obviously seen that he's very, very dangerous with his speed in counter attacks or in 1v1s when we can switch side and find him. Now it's just I think winning helps him. He's a personality who likes to win, and when he wins and when the team goes well, I think he gets even more joy, and he needs joy to play his football. So I think there was a period in April, which just after he arrived, which was a bad period, where he was like not in the best place as well, because it was very difficult for him. So yes, to your answer to your question, he is very dangerous, and he will cause a lot of problems to many defenders. Yes.